I took some time to do some work on my own. I had a little throwback to an emotional crisis that got me into this work, and I tuned into someone named Steve Noble. He's an English guy, and he does the ultraviolet light transmission sealing sessions that involve the symbols of the archangels and cleaning not only your light body and your physical body, but also all your electronics and social media and bank accounts and things, you know, everything your energy extends to on earth. And it really is a helpful tool to call on the archangels and the angels of ultraviolet light to help you sort through relationships that you might need some protection from while still keeping the love open. And very, very powerful experience I had. I also had a sound bath last night, which got me really going on a lecture in my mind about sound vibration therapy. I use a lot of just sound beds that are moody, non-linear healing tools, and I do think this is the future of healthcare totally. But I had almost a miracle healing last night with someone named Monk Lydian Blair out of Los Angeles who did a live Facebook feed. So I'll put links to both those. You can actually hear the exact, I think it's about an hour and 15 minutes long, the one I did last night. But Monk will be doing that every Tuesday night, and I will be sharing it on my Facebook page. So there's a lot to talk about with that, and I will put it into a separate lecture series. In the meantime, we have another special guest. Sammy Davis Jr. graciously allowed a husky to share his house for 4 days, and when he found out that Baloo was in the video, he thought he needed to start being in videos too. So he enjoys a good meditation session. Actually, we're going to stretch today. I will do a chakra meditation with it, but stretching is what I have been missing. I have done quite a bit of meditating on my own, but you get too busy. Also, one thing that's really good to do is use some essential oils. See how you put them on the bottom of your feet and ankles, wrists, and then under your chin where your glands are in your neck. Maybe all the way around, wherever you want, really. But I just want to comment that all my body butters are good to use on dogs, and you put it on the dog's ear where there's skin. Sammy Davis gets body butter, essential oils through Body Butters 2 or 3 times a day. He is 13 years old, and he seems to be getting sprier. All right, Davis, are you ready? We're going to start this stretch here. I hope everybody's feeling good on this solstice week in June. It always makes me a little bit sad because what it means is that starting on Saturday of this week, June 22nd, the light gets taken away from there until Christmas or the other, the winter solstice, and that's when we start gaining light. So as much as it's the celebration of the longest, this is the longest light of the year for us to take care of. So we're going to start by bouncing our pelvis and just taking a little inventory of our looseness. We are loosening everything, so we release it and let it go. And we're going to center ourselves with a little arch. We're going to start here and pull our chest to the ceiling. Balance yourself on your head. You can use your elbows to get up there, but my elbows become non-weight bearing. And then I rock my head like I'm making a little smile in the back of my head against the ground. And coming down, look at how that changed my voice, just that little bit. That's half of our center. The other half is to take your knees up to your chest loosely and also bounce them. When you hit the edge of your ricochet, take it down a little bit. You want to leave headroom. You don't want to take it all the way. This is never about reaching as far as you can. It's about finding that middle point where you can just do things effortlessly by making them smaller. Oh, wow, that already feels different just from there. So a little bit more loosening. And we are going to start in our pelvis with a red ball, our root chakra.
can be a flat disc like a blade if you want, or it can be a little round ball, but I think the blade gets turned into the ball eventually. However you need to get it started, it spins towards the right. We have a lot of activity going on in the middle of the earth, and it is a rockin' earthquake season, I guess you could say. And we are going to connect with the plasma from the sun that hits and turns into red rock in the middle of the earth. And that is spinning in the bottom of the arrow of our pelvis. Takes all your fears, takes all your base level energies about being alive and just spins them, lets it go, cleans it up. Keep it going in your head, a little round ball of red. And we're going to take a little filament off of that red ball, and we're going to take a ride down to the middle of the earth by going out your right hip, through your thigh, your right knee, down your calf, your right ankle, and down the center of your foot. You're going to jump through all the layers of the earth and into the middle of the earth with that red, molten, hot lava that is the center of creation. That's so hot it would kill us, and yet it is what gives the earth life. And we're going to come back up through all the layers of the earth and back into our left foot and into your left ankle with a red thread that goes up through your calf, your knee, your thigh, your hip, and back onto that red spinning ball to the right, clockwise spinning ball of red. Why don't you make it a little smaller? Kind of what I was saying about like when you bounce. Don't go to the, you can feel the outer edges of your trajectory for a minute, but then take it down. Try to make it where it just rocks on its own and you're not even putting any effort into it. And you do that by releasing things, by cutting things. So let's cut the size of that red ball down to be a little bit smaller and see if that affects how it glows or how it spins. And we're set, we're grounded. You just grounded yourself. Got some rocks here. I'm putting a piece of bloodstone right over that spot. We'll talk about rocks another day. Then we're going to go to our orange, our second chakra, while we also take our ankle and put it over our knee. And that orange ball spins counterclockwise to the left, the opposite of what we just did. Orange ball right behind your navel, a little bit lower in terms of its center, but it's right there, the middle of your tummy, an orange ball that is the second chakra, which is where your creativity lives. It is where your sexuality lives. It is the color of movement. Orange in the sky represents horizontal light, which means the sun is going away or coming. Going or coming, that's orange. That's the second chakra. Your creativity flows, and the best you can do is catch it with a net some days, and other days you just let it flow and become part of the great sea of human contribution. So we got two balls going. One's going to the left. It's a orange ball, and then you've got a red ball below that going to the right. And now climb back up to the orange ball going to the left, and then go down to the red ball going to the right. I'm lifting my knee up finally, but keep that crazy 8 going between the orange ball and the red ball, and see if doing this move by stretching the right hip over here does anything. It may help you make those balls smaller. Just tighten them up a little bit. You can see you got plenty of headroom. Squeeze them out. Look above you while you do this exercise and try to drop your shoulders and let go of all your muscles so that only your hand up here is holding on, or wherever you can hold on. It's okay if you're just down here. Doesn't really matter. Any way that you can pull that up towards you and release. We're still spinning the second chakra to the left and down to the right on the red, and now a crazy 8 between the two of them. And now let it go and let them just It's a twisted, crazy 8. The symbol of infinity between I am and I create, which are two things that are going to go on forever. Who we are and what we create changes from moment to moment with our vibrational status. Going up 1 to the yellow. In the middle of the rib cage, your 3rd chakra, your energy source. It is your connection to the sun, which is the giver of all life. Everybody in our galaxy rotates around the sun and has photosynthesis on Earth that allows the green to happen. Spinning that yellow ball, make it a warm golden light. There's so much yellow in the world. The yellow, try to identify a yellow wildflower by its picture. It is incredible how many there are. I'm pulling my knee up to my chest now, getting this spot basically where you sit. Our poor bums. Spinning that yellow ball in the middle of our chest and thinking about our energy source and what can we do to let go of ourselves while we tighten a position. Oh my goodness, a little farther than you're uncomfortable for. Make sure you're looking above you while you do this. Yellow ball spinning to the right, right here in the middle of your ribs. I have piece of carnelian that I just picked up. I'm so excited about it. I'm going to put that over my yellow ball. This is my spot of need. I have a liver thing. We all have an ability to crunch this area down. See how I just crunched it because I'm looking at my phone or I'm driving? It's the major part of what needs to be stretched. I basically have a disease where there's a little hinge on the very last bile duct of my liver that goes bad and allows bile to flow up the wrong way and back up, and it eventually takes the liver and the whole person with it. But what if we get in there and just break it up, and whatever keeps that door from swinging the wrong way, puts it straight. I get in there with the WD-40, I get in there with the imagery. And then I'm putting my leg back down to do some centering exercises. I'm getting into my 3rd chakra, the chakra of my willpower, by stretching it in the opposite direction that I do all the time. And that is by arching my back and letting my head land, take my weight, the back of my head. I like to think there's a little smile back there, a little smile face that I'm making while I rock myself down. Oh my goodness, my shoulder blades are pulled down naturally by the floor and gravity, and all of this is opening. Back on the 3rd chakra, it is yellow. It is right in the middle of your rib cage, spinning to the right. We're going to hop down 1 on the orange, spinning to the left. We're going to hop down 1 to the red, spinning to the right. Up 1 to the orange, spinning to the left, up 1 to the yellow, spinning to the right. We have 3 in a row between your pelvis and your rib cage. I'm going to say I'm quick, and you're just going to take a half circle spin around each one. There's not time for me to describe more, but you just change the direction of the spin and go between each one. So we start with the yellow spinning to the right, and here we go. Yellow, orange, red, orange, yellow, orange, red, orange, yellow, orange, red, and let it go and spin on its own. How you doing, Sammy? You a good dog? Oh, he loves it. Look at that, how he's on my toe. All right, give yourself a little bounce from your pelvis. I am feeling amazing for doing this because I'm overdue. But take a little inventory, take a little vibrational inventory of the parts that we have aligned and the parts that we haven't, which basically cuts you off right here. And what is the different texturally in what you experience by examining yourself right there? And take a deep breath, rock a little bit, see if your jaw and the top nugget of your spine that meets with your skull is feeling any looser. Rotate your jaw with your hands in both directions. Ooh, wow, that feels good. Here we go, on the fourth chakra. Right in the middle of your chest is your heart chakra. It is green and it spins counterclockwise to the left because it is feminine. Where are you at with your heart? Are you guarded? Are you bleeding out the side? You want an open heart that also protects you. So, you take inventory and then you make your moves, because as you decide to expand your heart, to pump it up with light, or maybe you need to pare it down and make it smaller, but you want it to spin with the tempo of the other balls that we've already aligned. Let it be where it is, honestly, but then make some adjustments. Mine's kind of raggy and yet kind of hard in the middle. We've had a lot of rain, but not in the last few days. And that kind of, the soil and my flowers kind of describes how my heart feels right now. So I'm gonna wet it down a little bit, and then I'm gonna squeeze it out, and I'm gonna take a knife to it, and I'm gonna just cut off the outer 4 inches. Give my heart chakra a haircut. Nice. And there it is. It's looking like the other ones now. Spinning to the left, size it, shrink it down, and it's like you can feel it just move right towards that yellow one that spins in contrary motion to it. Your heart chakra is green because green is the bounty of our earth. Everything that is important as a resource is green. And love is green. It's not red. Red is involved, but pure love is green. So just take a minute to be in your heart and not think about anything else but your love, your pure love for the earth and all the things in it and all the cosmos. All right, that's enough love. Now take the left spinning counterclockwise glowing green ball in the middle of your chest and connect it to the yellow one and spin for a minute clockwise on the yellow one. The orange one is right below that in your belly. Spin counterclockwise on that. The red one is spinning clockwise in your pelvis, and take a minute with that. Now you got 4. We're gonna shorten the spin climb between them, so let's just spin once to the right, once to the orange left, once to the yellow right, and once to the green left. Now we're spinning left, just pause up there on the green one, shake it out, and we're gonna do the half step between. I don't have time to tell you direction, we just start spinning to the left and you change direction on each one. The green is to the left, then we have the yellow, the orange, the red, the orange, the yellow, the green, the yellow, the orange, the red, the orange, the yellow, the green, and let it go. Give yourself a centering opening, an arch of the chest, balancing your head a little higher because you're a little more open, and then let gravity pull the weight on that head down so that your spine and your head and everything just rocks back. Oh, yes, sir. Then our last centering thing we do is to pull our knees up. This time I'm adding my head to it, but you don't have to. You can stay down like this. Give a little bounce and loosen up. You can feel the outer edges of it, but then don't push that. Go down into a nice, small, comfy bounce where you're not going to the outer edges of your trajectory. You are staying in the middle. Nice. All right, we're heading into the last bit of the stretch, which is to take your left foot and put it up over your right hip. Take your right foot and put it under, left foot under your right. I said it wrong, but you saw what I did. Make the pretzel legs, please. Sometimes I get confused about left and right. I actually have to picture a piano in front of me. I think that happens to everybody. So, we're in our throat now. And if you were in the exact center of the world, there would be a dome of a circle all the way around you of blue. Around the whole sky is blue, and it's in a big circle way beyond the horizon on every side of you. And just think about that blue. It is your truth. It is your ability to speak your truth. I'm letting go of my hands and my feet and just letting gravity take my pretzel legs and trying to open a little bit more here without doing anything, just by letting go and letting gravity take it. So the truth is in our throats, it's in our thyroid gland, it's in our Adam's apple, it's in our voice box. Spinning to the right because it's masculine. What I like to do is put a little vacuum box underneath my neck. Kind of like how they capture ghosts in Ghostbusters in that one hotel scene. And so you hit a foot switch that opens that box, and then it sucks the whole radiance of the sky spinning to the right into your throat, and you close the box. So you have all that energy of the entire dome of the sky in your throat, cleaning, clearing, spinning. On a little break, I added a piece of titanium to my 5th light blue chakra in the middle of my throat. Now gravity's taken my pretzel legs all the way down to a comfortable spot. And I'm arching my back from the pretzel legs, opening all of this. It is so fabulous to be alive and have the blue sky centering your throat chakra. I'm gonna unpretzel my legs. Going back to center. We're still in the blue chakra in the middle of your throat. You're going to spin it to the right because it's masculine. It's connected to the heart chakra, which is green, spinning to the left. Connected to the 3rd sun chakra, spinning to the right. The orange creativity chakra, spinning to the left. And your base sacral chakra, spinning to the right, the red. Now we're going to go from the bottom and do the half steps up and down. So I'm just going to say the colors, and you change directions on every color. And here we go. Red is spinning to the right. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, green, yellow, orange, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. I like to call this the radio tower. You got your grounding. Why don't we take a minute while we're down below, and with your hand in your light body, snap on that filament that's going down through your right hip to the middle of the earth and just boing it. Just tighten it up, make sure it's still spinning, nothing's blocking it. You are anchored and grounded, and then you have the appropriate velocity and luminosity and size of the chakras that travel up the core of your body into your throat. So you can broadcast your thoughts and ideas off of your 5th chakra on earth through the sky, just like a radio tower does. However, there's the cosmos, and we always want to reach up for the stars. So to do that, we got to go into the forehead and the pineal gland in the middle of the brain, and it is dark blue, and it spins to the left because it is feminine. And I'm not going to go too crazy because I get distracted in this part. I'm just going to stay right with the basics of a dark twilight spinning ball to the left. It's inside your head, and it is the door to the cosmos. You might not want to go to the cosmos. You might just want to go up to the edge of the magnetic shield of the earth and kind of just look at that dark blue color from there. You look down on Earth and there's kind of a dark blueness to the seas, and you look up into the cosmos and there's a more black blue into the cosmos. That is the color of your 6th chakra. That is your pineal gland, and it needs to be activated to be a healthy person. Oh my goodness, that's wonderful. I gotta do the opposite side here, taking the left foot and putting it on the right hip, the right foot under the left hip, pretzel legs on the opposite side. And we'll just hang on to that with the hands for a little while. So we're still spinning to the left in our heads with a dark blue 3rd eye chakra. We're coming down one while I let go of my hands and let my pretzel legs and gravity kind of open my torso while they pull my legs and hips open. Going down one, spinning to the right on the light blue chakra in your throat. Going down one and spinning to the left and the green heart chakra in your chest. Going down one to the yellow in the middle of your ribs, spinning to the right. To the left is the orange in your belly. To the right is your red sacral chakra in your root chakra. Sorry, I keep saying them wrong. Let's just say colors and directions. That's enough for me today. We're on the red one, spinning to the right in your pelvis. We're going to go half steps. I'm just going to say the colors. You change direction on every one. I'm letting my legs loosen and hit the floor. Here we go. Red spins to the right. Red, orange, yellow, green, light blue, dark blue, light blue, green, yellow, orange, red, orange, yellow, green, light blue, dark blue, light blue, green, yellow, orange, red. I'm gonna arch my back from this position, leaving my pretzel legs kind of as wide as they want to go. They can even be almost unpretzeled, but they're still out there. Rocking myself down so my shoulder blades travel and unpretzeling my legs. Oh my goodness, if you bounce that pelvis now, you're starting to hit pay dirt on keeping some motion in your body for very little energy expenditure. That's a tune-up for you. Okay, last one. We are up top in our purple. It is the crown chakra above our heads. It is spinning to the right because it is masculine. It is the portal for all entities, for better or for worse, to enter us. So it is a very good place to keep clean. I like to picture an actual hollow circle like a hula hoop first, and it's, you know, in line like a disc with the other chakras, except that I like to lay it flat on my head like a halo. And then this whole looking up thing is that I'm looking up through my purple thing, and maybe my deceased relatives, my spirit guides, other entities, archangels, the other world, the people that are on the bridge and the other bridge for when your spirit transitions or for when you get into a deep state of sleep or meditation. It all goes through the purple hula hoop above your head. Now what keeps us going here is that we're really anchored to the earth, so there's no fear. We can travel and come back. But I'm just showing it to you. You make what you want. We are going to tip that hula hoop back up to a circle and make it a whole ball, like a golf ball that just spins above your head. Compress it down, make it the color purple you like. And find a nice buoyant velocity and luminosity that matches the dark blue contrary motion below it. And then let's ride. We've got the purple one going to the right, the dark blue going to the left, the light blue going to the right, the green going to the left, the yellow going to the right, the orange going to the left, the red going to the right. Oh yeah. We are going to finish with a little bouncy bounce. Centering, did an arched last thing on my head. I'm gonna pull my knees up. They just go so much farther. It's just crazy. Just relax your tummy and all your legs, just only using your arms, and now pull your shoulders back while you do that. And now loosen your hips and bounce. Whoo, that's what the doctor ordered. 1 trip, twice up and down, colors only, contrary motion on each one. Starting with the red and spinning to the right. We have red, orange, yellow, green, light blue, dark blue, purple, purple, dark blue, light blue, green, yellow, orange, red. One more time. Red, orange, yellow, green, light blue, dark blue, purple, dark blue, light blue, green, yellow, orange, red. Now just write it yourself. And let it rise up out of your body. And with I always kind of picture white light is the thing that's spinning throughout it. And take your light body hand above the purple chakra and below the red one and tighten, just like you're getting in there on a string and pulling it tight so it squeezes all the chakras together. A little more than they're comfortable for, but they're kind of like sponges where they hold things. And so you just really want to give them one last cleaning and then let go. And that's it. I think that's all I can do for today. How was it for you, Sammy? Were you with us? I'll do a whole thing on rocks another day, but I can only give you a little bit of crazy at a time. I hope that you have a wonderful day. I've got a trip coming up, and I'll do my best to post them, but I'll do another lecture before I leave on my trip to talk about vibrational healing and how you can make it work for you in big and little ways. If the dog fell asleep during the meditation, it was a great success. Have a good one. Thanks for joining me.